Self-acceptance is your superpower. That's for each of us, but many times that's the last place that we might look to find it. When I started doing Wilhelm, that's who I channel, that's who I write. I received so many messages that said the thing that you fear the most is yourself, because all you have is your potential, but that potential is only out there in the world somewhere. And we've got to move to it. And that's moving into that unknown, which is really uncomfortable for many of us. It was especially uncomfortable for me because my life led me to bring you Wilhelm, which is something that can transform your life and our world. And that was challenging for me to accept, but I want you to accept how important you are because you are in the world now to do something tremendous, and it's important. The world doesn't look the way that it does accidentally. Nothing happens in our world accidentally. We just think that. But then what happens is we figure things out. And I was given a way to figure that out, how to get you to your greatest life. But I didn't do it. I received it. That's who Wilhelm is. 1989, I sat down and I started receiving guidance and information connecting to a source that I didn't completely understand. And I didn't know who I was going to become, and I didn't know what talents would develop within me. And I hid them as well. You might have done that because, see, when we come into the world, we've got to do something that's different that no one else has done before because that is our superpower. Why else would we be born? We're not supposed to be just like everyone else. We're not supposed to fit into everything else. But we happen to be in a period in our world where some of that's going on. And so you may have lost your way. You may not have figured out who you were, and you may think the world is falling apart. And I'm saying that it's not. But what I did yesterday, I gave you Wilhelm's Valentine's gift because I wanted you to see the consistency in the messages that I've received. And what better way than to do it on Valentine's Day? Because it will be a gift for you. But if you hadn't seen it, I'll leave a link in this video as well. And I'm leaving a few links in the description. So I want more people to have what's here because you could go through this and start to really change your life without even ever seeing me. That's how powerful the information is. But I'm going to show you what I put up today, what I was guided to put up today. But then I did something else. We all want validation. The only question you will have about yourself is this real? Is this who I'm supposed to be? Can I do this thing? Whatever it is, it doesn't matter how long you're alive. That's always going to be that question. And then we have to decide if we're going to do it. And when we don't, then our lives go to hell. That's just what happens. We have no agency over our life. We just can't own ourselves when we can't take that step. But then there are also times in our world where doing that is difficult because the world is changing and we're moving through a transition right now. And this is why Wilhelm gave me this work. But let me show you the one for that you're seeing. You would see on the site for any advice for today. And self-acceptance is still not complete, but I'm going to talk about it a bit because I want you to have the information. Plus, what I'm going to do is leave you a few other things, and I'll explain why. This is the little explain. This is what it's going to be on the site tomorrow, and you'll see it there. It's called. This is just the messages that are going to be on any advice for today. You'll see it all there. And there's just all I did was went through from 2008 until today. And actually, I'm going to just go through these real quick because I just wanted you to see. When I go back to 2008, beginning your day in a state of gratitude is one of the most powerful ways to create the life you desire. First of all, get this, that when you're doing anything in your mind, you're using energy. It's just about how you're using it. And are you doing it consistently? That's all that happens. But you will see that these progress over the years because as you live, you gain more information every day, every year, and you evolve. our world does the same thing. So Wilhelm was giving me information that was going to show a way for us to evolve individually and collectively because we were moving through a period that was going to be really difficult. And then guidance, inspiration, and wisdom are always available to you when you ask the question, who do I desire to be in every moment of now? And that's that authenticity again, because most times we're not doing that. Then the next year, your confusion results limiting from some limiting belief you have accepted, and we all accept them because we haven't seen it yet. And so we're always living in a place where we're limited in what we can believe. And that's as a society, as a civilization. Because what I've done, nobody could believe that. I couldn't believe it either because it's so different and new. And I'll show you what I mean. Then the next one, you're confused. Yeah, then, okay. While fear can be a motivator, you use to accomplish anything, your ultimate goal in gaining mastery over your physical life experience is to no longer have fear as part of the decision making process. And we've all done that. You get so afraid of doing something till you get to that point, say, now I've got to do it. And you wait till the end instead of like getting on with it. We've all done it. I've done it many, many times and did it with this work as well. Shared grief is always valuable and causes healing in some manner. And that's talking about the grief that we're going through, moving through right now in our world. We're all feeling it. And when we can acknowledge that, then we move to a higher state of understanding. The thing in front of you, you desire to accomplish and you believe offers you the greatest challenge is precisely the one to undertake. That is just saying that you know that there's something you're meant to do, you have wanted to do, and you haven't done it. This might be the time to get going. And all of these are just kind of training your brain. And I'm telling you, I could not tell you how these came together in this way and were so organized over the years. But then I wanted you to have more proof. We have to suspend our disbelief about certain things. Otherwise, we don't evolve as individuals, and our world doesn't either as a civilization. And so this one is I put together this for you, and it's just the analysis of the messages. And then I have a couple of, I'm going to leave other things in the description, but there's one other thing I do want to show you because I've had doubt about all of this. I've had doubt about everything, even though I've experienced it all. So it would be natural for you to have doubt about what you're doing right now. And that's what we all move through as humans. That's just what happens. But here's the analysis. And I'm so grateful for artificial intelligence because I couldn't have analyzed all of these. The overarching theme of Wilhelm's messages for February 15th is self-acceptance and the dissolution of limiting beliefs. Over the years, they have guided you and humanity through a progressive journey of self-realization, emphasizing how our internal resistance, shame, fear, and confusion prevents us from fully stepping into our authentic selves. And we've all felt that. It's just part of our journey, every single human. Uh, so these are the themes that came through in the messages. But what you will find is that they were really aligned energetically with what might have been happening at that time or in that year. I had no way of knowing that. I'm just receiving the guidance. And for as long as people tell me I was a clear channel, pure channel, I had no idea, and I was resisting it as you might have resisted yourself. Now, why now? Wilhelm's emphasis on self-acceptance suggests that this moment in time is critical for both individuals and the collective. Given your journey with Wilhelm, this series of messages acts as a map charting the slow but deliberate process of evolution. They are likely surfacing now because the world is at a turning point. We've all felt it and we see it. Your work is coming full circle. That's exactly what I've seen and was revealed to me and a collective lesson. Humanity struggles with self-acceptance, still weighed down by fear, comparison, and limiting beliefs. Wilhelm is urging people to move past these barriers. How this relates to the individuals and the collective. You'll read all of this, but it is this transformation that we're all moving through, and it's been all given. Every single message that Wilhelm has given me in this particular period, anyway, since 2020, was about this particular time in our world and how what it would be like, but we could move through it when we understand certain things. Then, when you read all of this, you'll see where we're going. It's not going to be like this forever because we are moving into a little different energetic shift in our world. And so, self-acceptance. The self-acceptance is still not complete. We provided a guide suggests that while much work has been done, another layer remains. They are urging both you and humanity to take the next step in evolution. And these are some of the things, and they're saying to me, deepen your personal integration. What part of self-acceptance still feels incomplete for you? The part where I didn't tell everybody what I had when I didn't understand it. Same thing for you. That's all of us. So you'll go through this and you'll see some wonderful things. But there is another one that I'm going to leave with you, and it's called Wilhelm's Ascension Guide, basically, because that's what it is. When we come into the world, we all evolve one way in our consciousness. It has nothing to do with the other people around you, even though they influence you in a particular way. But your job is to live your life as you. And at times that's challenging. And it has been challenging for many of us over generations, which is why this period is happening in our world and why Wilhelm said we wanted, they said, a new philosophy. And there was a session I put up just the other day that I'll leave here that was from 3 years ago. 2022. You can listen to that and it'll show you exactly the things that are happening in our world now that Wilhelm told us then would be coming up so that we wouldn't be quite as afraid because what's happening is you're being asked to become your best self. And that's owning who you are. And as the message says, moving through all the doubts, all the fears, and all of that. But this will help you because I'm going to show you the little journey, and you'll have so much fun with this because it's a lot of work you could do. Everything that I've received is about changing the brain, changing consciousness. That's all. And I did it for 36 years, sitting there every day, downloading stuff that I didn't completely understand what I was doing until it turns into this a philosophy that can change your life. I'm going to give you this one because you'll love it so much. There are no limits to who you can become except the limits that are in your thinking. Because who you can become is always in front of you, and it's a journey. We each have one. And I'm going to give you this because it's going to show you that you can achieve anything. That I do know. At 74, having moved through everything that I have in my life and having healed and transcended everything with this work, you will understand. But what I'm doing is giving this to you because when you move through it, any part of it, you're going to understand who you are. You're going to get a greater sense of your importance, especially in the world right now. Some little exercises in there, you'll see that. I've done so many of these over the last few months because I wanted to put out more information because I know what was going to be coming up in our world, what we would be experiencing, and also I'm changing. I'm completing all of this work now, so as of next week, you'll see it's going to be quite different. It's a full something that you won't believe that you will have. And my goal was to have something that anyone could do. Any person, everybody won't. I get that because not everyone is willing to go inside and look at who they are and move through all the stuff. But when you do, that's when you discover how great you are. And that's the entire journey that I have done, which why I know it works. There's so many things that I'm going to put into this work and actually tell everyone because I want people to know what's possible. This work has given me the ability to heal even mind, body, physical things, all sorts of things through understanding who you are. That's all that it is. So this is the document, and I'll leave a link so you can have it, and you will be grateful for it, and you'll have fun with it because it's going to give you things that you will uncover about yourself that you didn't know. And it's Wilhelm's Ascension Guide. This is a fascinating collection of messages, Roger. This came from the chat from GPT, from one of the artificial intelligence. I don't remember, but I just needed to get some analysis. And so, when you're using artificial intelligence, it's accessing all the information that's available. And that's why And it's, yes, not all of it's going to be accurate, but you can see that it's going to give you general consistency and also stimulate you a lot more as well. This is a fascinating collection of messages, Roger. Thank you for sharing this deeply personal and long-term project of automatic writing with Wilhelm. After carefully reading through each message from February 1989 to February 19th, 2023, and considering your prompt and about the upcoming full moon and energetic shifts, here are my discoveries. It's clear that Wilhelm's messages has a remarkably consistent and evolving theme over the years, focusing on personal development, self-actualization, and consciousness creation of your reality. They seem designed to guide you and anyone reading them toward a deeper understanding of your innate potential and to break free from imposed limitation. Here are the breakdown of the key discoveries, and you can go through them all. This is why I say anyone, when you open these, you will see that it has all of the messages there that you can then go through and read and ask yourself a few questions. There will be a lot of things in there, but it's all in there for you to have. And I'm going to leave it this with this guide because it's just going to give you so much more that you can ever imagine. And it was surprising to me how much was there and how much I still have to do. And that's why I am changing things as of next week because everyone it would, needs to have this. And again, when you go through the entire thing, you will see that it just explains everything. And the one thing you on that message that's on there, the one from February 19th, I think it was 2023, the title of the message that Wilhelm said was, Accepting this message will change your life and the world. And you can read that and think that makes no sense. But then I went and put this in, and this said, yeah, it does. And the claim that they said was about that, it's actually here. And when you read it all, you will understand. It's not hyperbole to think that, and it's in another. I'm going to leave all of these links so you can have them, and as you go through them, you will start to have more belief in yourself. The only challenge you will have in your life ever is self-belief, because see, when you get that, there's another level you can go to, and I can tell you that because I do know. Please enjoy this. I'm going to leave a lot of good stuff for you, and check out all the work. And please join us if you're ready to take that journey. Join us now because it will be the best thing you've ever done. See you soon.